What's up, guys? So I know it's been a while. Figured to update you on what's happening with the car, how things are going. Um, but instead of doing that first, what I'll do instead, which I think is more valuable, is giving everyone a rundown because I've had, I want to say, 6 or 7 of these cars having problems recently, and I have to sit back and say, okay, what's the common issue with all of them, right? Because it's always something. Well, when you guys go to prep for E85, there are a multitude of steps to take, okay? Unless your tank is brand new, you need to have a radiator shop, someone boil out whatever's in there and redo the tank in a coating like a red coat. I've gone over this on a multitude of videos. It's a very important step. Whatever clear sealant the factory tank has for any of these cars will be eaten up because E85 will clean, essentially, whatever varnish or rust or whatever's in that tank. It'll clean it up and clog up fuel filters, clog up injectors. It ends up being a very gummy residue-like material, much like if you had very heavy benol as a premix that was left to sit in the tank. So I've had cars with both pump gas and E85 having massive fuel issues recently. I'm trying to figure out why they're doing this. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into an E85 fuel system, right? You're sizing it significantly larger, so therefore you're going to have more problems. If you have a pump that goes bad, you're now shit out of luck. It's not like you can just go to the hardware store or go, some little automotive place on the street and go pick up one of these pumps. They're usually a very expensive brushless pump, a very tight 40, 10, or 6 micron filter pre-pump if you're running inline pumps, and then of course a 6 to 3 micron filter post-pump to make sure that the injectors are not getting clogged. And here's kind of where I thought, I think when people are building their own lines, they're forgetting to blow them out. They're forgetting to do any sort of test fluid. So let's say you make all brand new hard lines, all brand new soft lines, whatever it is on your system. You need to turn that pump on, run that fuel from your tank through maybe like a coffee filter, whatever, or just into a simple bucket and run that first couple gallons, clearing everything out before you run it through your injectors, before you run it through the fuel rails and stuff. Have the fuel lines disconnected out at the engine, so all the way past all your filtration. And if there was any junk in those lines for when you made them, that'll be cleared out before it goes to your injectors. So I'm having a feeling that people are making lines, forgetting to clean them out during assembly. They throw them together, and the darn thing is, you might have all these great filters, you might have all these great pumps, but if you had crap in the lines from the beginning, the get-go, then you're going to be stuck with now, hey, you've got junk in your lines accumulated, those sat at the very top of the injector, and therefore your injector is now clogged to half its total flow, which that was a specific car just did that. We got the results where 1,000 cc came out to 441 cc on a test bench. Holy shit. So it's common. It seems to be a trend. The more that these expenses go up and up and up on doing exotic stuff to cars, the more do-it-yourselfers are doing their first time for making lines and for making these fuel systems, or even as simple as grounding or anything electrical. And don't get me wrong, this happens at every tier. besides motorsport people who are amazing at what they do, we'll see professional shops do electrical wire harnesses entirely wrong, that could easily short out a system. We'll see tuners completely not understand what an engine's asking for, and they think the solution is just add more boost. Well, hey, we're not making our target power. Oh, we're doing this. We're on E85. We've got all the overhead in the world. Motor fails. That's weird. Lesson here being, find what the engine wants, give it that. Try a little bit more. Doesn't like it. It doesn't show a good differential in that gain. Call it quits. Back it off. We've had recent issues with like a failed iron, like the coolant seal, coolant jacket blew out on an iron, taking out all 6 apex seals at once. Like, I think that there might still be issues with what had happened about a year and a half ago, which a lot of you know of and lost a bunch of money on, in which the nitriding services of an iron service resurfacing provider are inadequate, and the hardness of that iron caused, it was soft enough to where it caused the coolant seal to blow out, and combustion pressure came down into the coolant seal area, now blowing out to the coolant system and superheating the coolant instantaneously. So it's been a very weird recap of a year, and there's been a lot of good, a lot of bad. This whole thing on here is going to be like an ADD type, just generalized chat, but I've had a few requests to start getting back into YouTube video stuff, and I think that's going to be the new kickoff of 2023. I've got a new website I'm starting. And I go off to do WordPress stuff, so I'll actually have items you could buy again on WordPress, and just the general growth is now I'm finding who I want to be connecting with in this industry and building off of those connections. So there'll be a big change with Ripping Design and how I'm organizing. It's not going to be just crazy whiteboard thing in the corner. So hope you guys get to see that in the next year, kind of kicking off. Yeah, just going to be interesting. This is like a throw it all together into the year, boom video. But I have an update for my car soon, and that'll be the next one. So hope that helps for what's been happening in the recent life stuff. It's a lot of diagnostic, a lot of interesting problems for these cars, and now it's just a matter of trying to catch people before they make these mistakes, so we can have a better resultant for the cars. So yeah, I hate redoing work. That's what it is. So catch you guys next one. Cheers.